All right, welcome everyone to today's explainer. If you're a fan of nature, conservation, and just getting outside in general, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're going to talk about unlocking your access to some of the absolute most stunning natural beauty the Midwest has to offer.
Seriously, just imagine it for a second. Exploring the breathtaking landscapes of Wisconsin state parks all year round without ever having to worry about pulling out your wallet for entrance fees at the gate. In this explainer, we are diving into every single detail you need to know to secure your Wisconsin State Parks annual pass and unlock literally unlimited adventures. So whether you're a seasoned camper or you're just looking to plan your very first day trip, don't worry, we've got you covered.
Okay, let's look at our game plan for today. We'll start with the benefits of Wisconsin parks, move right into pass types and eligibility, cover exactly where and how to buy one, break down the costs and proper usage, share some expert insider tips, and finally wrap it all up with FAQs and an official disclaimer.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the benefits of Wisconsin parks.
You know, the Wisconsin state park system is just absolutely massive. We are talking about over 60 state parks, forests, and recreation areas. There is a very good reason these properties see more than 20 million visits a year. With your annual pass, you get unlimited access to thousands of miles of scenic trails, dozens of beautiful beaches, and some incredibly wild rivers. And remember, nature absolutely does not close down in the winter. This pass unlocks year-round adventure, including off-season cross-country skiing and snowshoeing. It's really not just a summer ticket, it's practically a 12-month passport to the outdoors. To put that into perspective, take the annual glacial trail hike in the Kettle Moraine State Forest over in the northern unit. This area features a section of the incredible Ice Age National Scenic Trail, which winds over 1,200 miles across the whole state. Hikers actually get to traverse these unique hills, cames, and kettles that were literally formed by continental ice sheets over 10,000 years ago. Having an annual pass means you can easily jump into spectacular community events like that, or just explore these ancient glacial landscapes totally on your own, completely hassle-free.
Moving right along to Section 2, pass types and eligibility.
Okay, so the core rule that determines your pass type is all about the vehicle itself, not your personal address. The fundamental distinction here is between a Wisconsin resident pass and a non-resident pass. Now you might be wondering how they check this. Well, to get the resident rate, your vehicle must actually have Wisconsin license plates. So if your car has out-of-state plates, you are going to have to purchase the non-resident pass, even if you happen to own property in Wisconsin. The pass is directly tied to the vehicle's registration.
But wait, there is more. Wisconsin actually offers some fantastic accessibility waivers and reduced rates. If you're a Wisconsin resident age 65 and older, you qualify for a deeply discounted senior pass. And it gets even better, because the state provides complete fee waivers for certain disabled veterans and former prisoners of war. If you're a Wisconsin resident with a service-connected disability rating of 70% or greater, you can get a pass completely for free. The process is pretty straightforward. You just download the application, take it to your county veteran service officer to verify and stamp it, and then mail it off to the DNR in Madison. They'll send you a lifetime identification card to show at the gate for a free courtesy pass.
All right, Section 3, exactly where and how to buy your pass.
The digital purchase process has become incredibly easy these days. By far the fastest and most popular method is just buying it online. You simply go to the Wisconsin DNR website, which uses the secure Your Pass Now system. A typical transaction takes, maybe 90 seconds to complete? Once you pay, boom, you receive an instant email receipt. You don't have to wait around for the mail carrier to start your adventure. That digital receipt works immediately.
But online isn't the only way. You can totally buy in person at open DNR service centers or right at the individual state park entrances during regular office hours. A lot of properties even have these electronic sales kiosks you can use from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. But honestly, my absolute favorite, brilliant convenience, if you are a Wisconsin resident renewing your license plates online at the DMV website, you can literally just add the state park pass to your cart with one click. One payment, one mailing, and your park sticker arrives right alongside your license plate stickers. I mean, that is peak efficiency.
Let's move into Section 4, pass costs and proper usage. Let's break down the numbers really quick. A standard resident pass is just $28 for the entire year. If you have a second car in your household, getting a pass for that additional vehicle is only $15.50. Seniors get an absolute steal at just $13 a year. Now for non-residents, it's $50 for the primary vehicle and $32.50 for an additional one.
When you stop and think about how a single daily pass can cost up to $16 for a non-resident or $13 for a resident, buying the annual pass literally pays for itself in just 2 or 3 visits. It is a massive cost saving for any family that loves getting outdoors.
So the absolutely crucial thing to remember here is this number, 30. When you buy your pass online, you're going to get an email receipt. That printed receipt is valid as your official proof of purchase for exactly 30 days. Within that 30-day window, your physical sticker is going to arrive in the mail.
And here is exactly how you stay out of trouble with the park rangers. If you're using that printed email receipt while you wait for the mail, you've got to place it on your driver's side dashboard so it can be easily read right through the windshield. Then, once your physical sticker actually arrives, it must be adhered directly to the vehicle exactly as the instructions on the sticker tell you. Don't just tape it up there, you have to adhere it properly.
On to Section 5, a few insider tips for visitors. First up, just know that these parks get incredibly busy on summer holidays, especially around the 4th of July. To avoid those crazy long lines and packed parking lots, use the DNR's Find a Park tool to kind of take the road less traveled and discover some of the hidden gem properties. Second, if you're planning to camp, you absolutely must make a reservation online before you set up. You can't just roll up and pitch a tent wherever you feel like it. Third, always practice leave no trace. Most day-use areas actually don't have garbage or recycling bins, which means you have to carry out whatever you bring in. And finally, ticks are definitely out there. Make sure you take standard precautions against Lyme disease whenever you're hiking.
You know, Wisconsin is also doing some really cool things to expand access to everyone. Have you heard of the Check Out Wisconsin State Parks at Your Library program? If you've got friends or family who are on a tight budget, or maybe they just want to try a park for the very first time before committing to an annual pass, over 150 participating libraries statewide actually allow cardholders to check out a daily vehicle admission pass, exactly like you'd check out a library book. They even give you an awesome little informational kit with maps and guides. It's just a phenomenal resource.
Finally, Section 6, FAQs and our official disclaimer.
Here's a super common question, and honestly, one you really don't want to find out the hard way: what actually happens if you just drive into a state park without paying for an admission sticker first?
Well, the answer is pretty strict. If you enter a park, forest, or trail area that requires a pass without paying first, you're going to be charged an automatic extra $5 fee right on top of the daily rate. And if you fail or refuse to buy a pass when a ranger confronts you, you can absolutely be issued a strict citation from the DNR. The funds from these passes are absolutely crucial because they directly support the operation and conservation of these lands, so they take enforcement very seriously.
Here's another point that causes a lot of frequent confusion. Does your vehicle admission sticker also cover your state trail pass?
The answer here is no. Your vehicle pass gets your car physically into the park. However, if you are 16 or older and you plan on biking, horseback riding, inline skating, or cross-country skiing on specific state trails, you're going to need a completely separate state trail pass, which runs about $25 annually. But there is great news for traditional explorers. Walking and hiking are completely free. You do not need a trail pass just to hike on your own 2 feet.
And lastly, just a quick official disclaimer for us. State park fees, rules, and eligibility requirements are always subject to change by the state legislator. While this explainer gives you the ultimate guide based on current data, you should always verify the latest information, rates, and property conditions directly on the official Wisconsin DNR website before you actually travel. So now that you're armed with the knowledge to secure your unlimited access to nature, which breathtaking Wisconsin trail are you going to unlock first?